Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Final stream of the season. We are live tonight, for the finale of Big Brother 27. Early. We're early here. It should start in about an hour. It might be delayed. We'll see. But basically, I went live earlier today to marathon the end of the feeds, and then the feeds like immediately ended. So doing a final cap off for the season prior to the finale tonight. And then we'll watch the finale. We will do the podcast after. And then that's it. The season's done. It will be over. Dr. Dante, thank you for the 47th. Rob will be there. They are not doing backyard press as far as I'm aware. But that's the plan. 2-hour finale. Dr. Dante. I need a better way of seeing that. I think that's 10.
10! 10! 10! Hey, 10!
Thank you, Dr. Dante, for the 10 gifted. I missed a 5. Hold on, I need to get... there's a better way of doing this. It's not that. This. Dr. Dante gifted 10. Lydia gifted 5.
Wow, a 5!
Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Aeon, thank you for the 43rd. How many screens do I use? I just have one screen. Whoa, Baby Hooked with another 5.
Wow, another 5!
Thank you, Baby Hooked. Is there a preference on the book pre-order? Right now, they want Barnes & Noble sales or Anderson's Bookshop sales, but neither of those are signed at the moment. And ultimately, like, it's chill. Can Patreon memberships be gifted? I don't think so. It's a good question. Oh, they can? Huh. Yeah, maybe we'll figure something out with that later. Um, yeah, I have one monitor, but I have a lot of windows open. I have 2 instances of OBS. I have a combined chat for the YouTube and Twitch, then the Patreon chat. The problem is the combined chat for YouTube and Twitch doesn't have some important summaries like how many gifted. So now I have the Twitch dashboard pulled up so that I can see that. But it's a very wide monitor. It's an ultra wide. It's the size of 2 monitors. Can you pick a username on Patreon? I don't know. Landon, thank you for the $20. And JT with the 87th month. 87 months for BB27 finale, yeah. Thank you, Landon, for that 20. Chickty with 100. Thank you for the subscribers and the resubscribers as well. How confident are we that Ashley beats Vinny? I would say not confident. But, you know, it's certainly a possibility. We really just don't know, you know? I imagine we're gonna get the jury roundtable. I think we can try to get a better idea of where the votes fall based on that. But it's just so hard to know. I mean, I feel like my gut tells me it should be chill. Like there should be plenty of votes for Ashley. But you just never know. And that jury segment obviously was pretty concerning in that regard. You don't know that. Chat, you don't know that. Is the Twitch stream doing all right? It says unstable. Spitfire with $50. Oh my god. Thank you for all you do. You make BB elevated amazing for all of us. Thank you so much. Sarah with 5. Hannah with 10. I just wanted to show support for the season. Do so much for the Big Brother community. Got a signed copy of the book. Thank you. I'm very excited for people to read it. I mentioned it this morning, like Twitch stream. I'm just so like we're getting closer to people like reading, like more people reading it, like everyone reading it, and it's very exciting. Like I'm just getting more, like sort of it's really like you leave the bubble, the tunnel that is the season coverage, and it's like, wait, real life exists. And it's coming back to that like reality of, oh, this book that I've been writing for years, and you know, all kinds of stuff. Sojourner, thank you for the subscription. There is a pre-order for the audiobook, yeah. When did I start working on the book? Like 3 years ago. Yeah, so the different places I've been mentioning this. The signed copies at Catapult, the last date of pre-order is the 30th. So that's like it. You have like 2 days. If you're anything like me and you really wanted one of those, genuinely do it right now because I would forget. I would wake up on Wednesday and be like, shit. And that's it. That's it for those ones. After that, Eagle Eye has the book plate signed option. You can still get that one. But as I said, right now, the marketing team would love for more Barnes and Noble sales and or Anderson's Bookshop. Just because that's, I don't know, better for trying to get on the bestseller list. Chris, thank you for the €5. No, pounds? That's perhaps some pounds, actually. Thanks for the amazing work this season. Love the ending of the pod today. We're all proud. Thank you. Time to go win the draft. We'll see. Tess with $5. Thanks for all the coverage this season. Will I do a breakdown of BB27 like I did in BB25 or just postseason interviews? I think the deep dives sort of function in a similar way. So I think I'll be doing that mostly. Sarah, thank you for the 5. Discovered me because of the retrospective series. Oh, wow. Just bought a second book. Sarah, thank you. What's the difference between different places to order? It's just the bestseller lists are like all over the place in terms of what makes you place on them well, you know? And so selling in different places is very important, I guess, or could be very important. But like basically I think that we, based on what we're, you know, based on what I'm being told, we're definitely like it's definitely a possibility that I could be on like a New York Times bestseller list based on pre-order. But something that might hold me back is that I sold the vast majority of books at a single location. So we're just doing our best to spread it out. Would be very cool. What's my next book about? I mean, I would obviously love to like write fiction. I don't think it would sell as well. I think I'd have a harder time. But I would love to try that. I don't know. I'm open to lots of different things. I really loved the process of writing it, so. BB27 give its own book. Thank you, Sugar, for the 100 bits. What books inspire me? Lots of fantasy. It would be some sort of like fantasy, I think. But I don't know. I've talked about some different ideas before. I really love uh like character focused things. Peggy, thank you for the 55th. Just finished watching Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. Listen, once Big Brother's over, I'll have a little more time to start watching actual shows again. Also have to fix my TV though. Auth fan, thank you for the $10. Want to say thanks for all you do in the Big Brother space. Love the Patreon, thank you. Excited for a signed copy. I appreciate that, Auth fan. I do like Brandon Sanderson. What I will say is, I have been less enthused by the more recent Stormlight books, which deeply upsets me because I loved the first couple. And I really want to get hooked in again. But we'll see. I have read Red Rising, yeah. Love me some Red Rising. I haven't watched much Dropout now. My college major was film production. Do I still rock climb? I went, I think, once or twice this season. But hopefully I'll be going a lot more often now that the season's ending. Sugar, thank you for the 39th. Thanks, T. Can I recommend a fantasy book series to someone who enjoyed Mistborn and Elantris? I mean, there's tons of Sanderson you can get into if you enjoyed both of those. Stormlight being one of them, of course. Um, but yeah, if you haven't heard Warbreaker, it's great. Um, but I'm trying to think of another author that fits that niche. Not that it's a niche, he's like the most popular. Oh, Will of the Many is phenomenal. I loved Will of the Many. And I didn't even like Islington's previous series. I don't remember what it was called. I tried reading it and bounced off of it, but Will of the Many is great. Jay Babies, thank you for the $10. Take a short break before the book release. Well, I've got to record the audiobook, unfortunately, and then get some deep dives in as well. Laura, thank you for the $10 as well. Thanks for the great coverage this season. Support on Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon, but which benefits best? Patreon is the best place. If you had to choose one, I would choose that one. It's you also get a lot of exclusive content, and it has the best sort of creator split. Colin, thank you for the 5. Orson Scott Card book series Ender's Shadow is excellent. Follows Bean's perspective. Yeah, I read those books when I was a kid. I actually don't remember much of them. I could probably reread them. Famously, the author has some. I don't remember exactly what. I just remember he has some controversial views, but I think the books were good. Carson, thank you for the 59th. Will I do a Vinny impression when I interview him? Well, if I interview him, I think, for one. And it really just depends. Like, I don't want to kick someone while they're down. If it feels like it would be insensitive or that he would feel upset by it, then I wouldn't do it. If it feels like he'd be amused by it and would have fun with it, then yeah, I'd maybe do it. I have read Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's pretty good. Would I play a game of jet lag? Yeah, I would for sure say yeah if they ask me. But Taro, thank you for the $5. Thanks for the coverage. The season's retrospectives made me a live feeder this season. Oh, thanks. That's cool. I'm surprised so many people came in through the retrospectives. That's kind of fun. Why might I not interview him? I honestly I don't know what the schedule is for interviewing. If I don't know if we're doing any tonight or if we will do some later. Sometimes, you know. I guess he's in the final three. We usually do interview the final three. So, Chrissy, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Brought some of you to tears this morning. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you connected. Your debut novel is coming out in May. You just got your arcs today. What was my reaction when I got my arcs? I think I told this story. But my agent told me I needed to film myself opening the package with the advanced copies. So I did, but it's, you know, it's not really my thing. I'm not like it's hard, like I don't know how to react in a moment like that, you know what I mean? It was cool though. Like I felt it, I just didn't know how to like express it, you know what I mean? Colin, thank you for the 5. Selfishly, you want to go back and do season 1 of Alien Earth and Hulu and continue on with season 3. Oh, you want me to go back to do season 1. I watched the first couple episodes, but I have been stuck not watching any TV with all the Big Brother stuff. Would I play Survivor? Honestly, at this point, I don't know if I would. I honestly don't find the game of Survivor super compelling. I'd love to do Devil's Plan. That would be super fun. Would I do Traders? I mean, you know, it's one of those things. It's like with all of these things, if they asked me, which they wouldn't, it would be hard to say no to any of these shows. But would I actively want to play on the Traders? No. That especially is not a very compelling game to me. I do reindeer games, yeah. For as much as I hate on the competitions, I think I'd be good at them, and I think I would have fun with them. I would happily do a reindeer games. Have I been recruited for a show before? Yes, actually. Corey.
Wow, another 5.
Gifting 5 subs. Thank you so much. It was what was that show called? It was like it was the Craig Ferguson show. I don't remember what it was called. It's like you had to figure out who was the liar. The Hustler. Yeah, something like that. G-Lev. Oh, how many is that? 25?
Wow, a 5. Wow, another 5. Wow, another 5. Wow, a 5. Wow, another 5.
Thank you for the 25 gifted. Oh boy. Make sure you thank G-Lev for that generosity. Lydia, thank you for the 10. This is my first season watching. It's been so interesting. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Jay with 5.
Wow, another 5.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we can definitely use the ding, 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 ding. I don't know what number it would represent. But yeah, somebody reached out to me about the Hustler at one point, and I was interested. I was like vaguely I was like not super sold on it. But I was interested, and I started to think about it and do like some preliminary research into like what the strategy I would use would be. Rainy, thank you for the $2. Jet, thank you for the 10. Of any player, Vince is the Johnny Fairplay. Of any player on this cast, on the cast this season, who wins most often if they are swapped out with the winner of every other season? If you swap Morgan out with Steve, every player this season minus Rachel, who wins? I think I need a little more clarity on that. Here's what happened. We scheduled a call, and the person who scheduled it with me misunderstood the time zone. And so she was like, I don't remember what it was, but she was like ready to call me, and I was like I had like a podcast to do. And I was like, oh, sorry, there's a misunderstanding. It's the wrong time zone. She's like, oh, no worries. And then we never had the call. Because I wasn't actively pursuing it. Like I wasn't like reaching back out to her to be like, hey, when are we gonna have the call? So I was just waiting for if she was gonna reach back out. Stephanie, thank you for the $10. When do I start recording the book? Next week. And Christine with $10. Thanks for all the coverage. Can't wait to read the book. Thank you. Matt, are you considering covering BB Australia? Thank you for the $2. Am I considering it? Depends. I guess the answer right now is no, but I would consider it. Lena with 10 gifted.
10! Okay, 10.
Boy. Thank you so much. But yeah, basically, long story short, with the Hustler, like it was sounded cool, but I wasn't super like amped on the actual like, you know, gameplay of it. And I think filming would have been in an awkward time, and it wasn't like, I think it felt like it wasn't like a massive opportunity, if that makes any sense. It was a pretty small show. Honestly, I would have done it just to meet Craig Ferguson. Was the main goal. And I was flattered that they reached out. All right, let me go back, see if I can answer this question. Of every player on the season, who wins the most often if they're swapped out with the winner of every other season? Like, does that mean going to their season? Like Morgan goes to Big Brother 17? Yes. Cameo, thank you for the $5. Nervous about jury's reception to Ashley's lawyer bomb. Some might think she doesn't need the money. I don't think the needing the money will matter too much. Maybe it would to Ava, but I don't think it would to most. And it's also like, there's not a lot of time to think. Like, you hear it, I don't think you're like, your first thought is like, oh wow, you don't need the money, therefore I'm not going to vote for you anymore. I mean, at the end of the day, I would say, for the question from Jet, I think that it depends on which season. Like, in a modern season, Morgan probably wins more often than any other player this season. In an older school season, it's probably Ashley. Uni, thank you for the 70th month. Yes, Mel, in the Patreon. I have the exact same job as Ashley, and trust me, she needs the money. I mean, needing the money is always such a strange line anyway. Michael, thank you for the $10. Do I keep freezing? Is that, are other Twitch people having that issue? It still says the connection is unstable, or the stream is unstable. No. It's just lying to me. I think we have about just under 30 more minutes. Let me see if I can adjust a setting real quick here. Seems it's probably fine. When does the book come out in the UK? Is it the same date? I don't know actually. I think like international markets are like you know, different. Am I nervous for Vince to see my impression of him? Not particularly. As always, I hope he doesn't take it too harshly. Amanda, thank you for the 5. How similar is Ashley to Steve? I've been asked this before. I think that she's like in a similar-ish position, but I think they obviously have very different kinds of games. I mean this genuinely. Like, I never want to hurt, anybody's feelings when they come out of the house. We, we criticize gameplay. We criticize, decisions, actions, statements made in the house. But again, sort of as I said this morning, like outside of the obvious, meaning like the Rileys of the world, or maybe even worse, it's like it's not meant to be anything beyond that. Miss Calamity, think of the 89th. Very much all in good fun. I never want anybody to and listen, I'm not ignorant to the fact that some people might not like that I've criticized them, or that like I've done a silly voice. And if they don't, then like I genuinely apologize. Like I really, like, the last thing I want to do is make anybody feel bad when they come out of the house. I know it's inevitable because of the nature of this, you know what I mean? But I'm always open to, like, conversation, and or just like, listen, I say this too, like, if players want to bite back at me, like, that's chill. Like, I'll own that. Go at it, L, thank you for the $10. Had to jump on YouTube, send a little token of appreciation. Thank you. Podcasts have been a warm security blanket all summer. I appreciate that. And Lauren with 20. Thanks for another season of coverage. Can't wait to read the book, and hoping to see me cover Real Housewives on Patreon. Thank you. But yeah, like, basically, like, people in the house, they do things. If I disagree with them, I'm critical. And if they don't like that, then that sucks, and I would hope that they would take it in stride. But if they don't, that's not on them. That's on me. And I can own that. Ashley, thank you for the 20. Amazing, entertaining season. Even better. Getting. Thank you. I appreciate it. And so that's why, like, I've said this a bunch of times. Like, if house guests are mad at me, if they disagree with my analysis, if they think that I've been unfair to them, um, I like that's fair. Like, I agree with you. I'm not the end all be all. If I got something wrong, that's on me. Or if I've been unfair, or if I've been overly critical, or if I've been, insensitive in any way, um, I'm not gonna fight back. Like, you know, you have every right to be mad at me. You have every right to come at me. Um, I would hope personally. I would hope that, like Keanu is an example. Like, I would love to talk to Keanu if he was willing to. If like Keanu comes out of the house and he's like, "Hey, I disagree with Taran's analysis of my game, or the way that he thinks that." Not that it's just me, but sometimes it's construed that way. Of like, hey, you are a person that represents a certain criticism to me, and I disagree with it. Like, that's fine. It would be hypocritical of me to be upset with criticism of myself when I do it to others. Round, thank you for the $5. My girlfriend introduced me to your coverage this season. You love it almost as much as you love her. Thank you for your order. Thank you, Round. And Mr. Nice Guy Rye with $10. So proud of you. So grateful to have had you as a part of my daily soundtrack the last 3 months. Always a highlight of my year. Can't wait to read the book. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've definitely seen like some people who, because like there was somebody who was just tweeting at me. They're like, they thought that when I said, um, outside of the obvious, that I meant Vince. That when I was like, it was really the opposite. I was trying to say like, hey, let's be chill on Vince, but I think that they thought that I meant that I was trying to exclude Vince. And the obvious obviously was Riley. But I think that there are like, I think a well-meaning amount of people that are like, hey, Vinny's taken enough heat. Like, we don't need to be jumping on him when the season ends. And I completely agree. I don't think anybody should be jumping on anybody when the season ends. Like the season again, like, I mean, let's honestly, like, even it, there's always a line. But like, if somebody minds their own business, then they're minding their own business as well. You know what I mean? But there's no world where people should be like harassing Vince or sending him hate or whatever. Like, he's going to deal with his own situation. And at the end of the day, there are going to be people that do it. You don't need to be one of them. You know what I mean? Susie, thank you the $5. And Ryan, thank you for the 2. Such a fun season. I appreciate that. Can I mention Patreon's post-season plans from Seth? Yes. So, still covering The Genius, Survivor live streams, The Amazing Race, Traders Canada. I think I'll do some jet lag stuff over there. So stay tuned for that. Maybe some Housewives. We'll see. I'm not sure. Maybe some Australian Survivor as well. Some of the older seasons of that, because people really enjoyed the Australia versus the world coverage, and they wanted me to watch some of the better seasons of Australian Survivor. So there's tons. I mean, there's tons of stuff. So And then on top of that, I'd love to do some writing content, some Q&As, some book content, like a book club read along type thing when the book comes out. Maybe even some games that I can create for people in the Patreon. I've got lots of ideas. I've got lots of things I would love to do. So the more people that are in there, the better a chance that all of this stuff can happen. MB Shaw, thank you for the $5. Save the season for me for a lot of us. I appreciate that. I have no idea what franchise of the Housewives. I have absolutely no idea. I'm sure if it happens, we'll have people weigh in. Am I phasing out Twitch? No. I will still do streams, Survivor streams, all kinds of stuff like that. Probably some Blood on the Clock Tower, and all of that stuff. But there's just a lot of content that can only be on Patreon. That just doesn't like either work on Twitch generally or like physically work on Twitch at all. So all of that extra stuff, most of it's on Patreon. But the Twitch is anything you've enjoyed on Twitch in the past is still going to stay on Twitch. Thank you, Chrisanne. What did I say the best way to order the audiobook was? I mean, I don't know if there's like a best result for me. But my favorite place to buy audiobooks from is Libro, libro.fm. Will everything on Twitch be on Patreon? Generally. Like maybe there might be some streams that don't go to Patreon. Like I don't know if I would stream Blood on the Clock Tower to Patreon. I don't know. It depends on if Patreon patrons wanted a specific like Blood on the Clock Tower stream to also be on Patreon. But anything that is on Twitch or YouTube certainly could be on Patreon. If people wanted it there. Ashley, thank you for the $5. Consider Love Island games. I don't even watch Love Island itself. Listen, I'm up for anything. If there are enough people that are interested, I'm always up for anything. Nancy, thank you for the $10. Thank you for making me laugh out loud countless times during laughing updates. Thank you. And Karen with $5. Excited to see the challenge ladies take Keanu's kindness for weakness. Right? Oh boy. I think Keanu's going to be great on the challenge. I will do a poll for Patreon, yeah, for sure. At some point. Ramsey, thank you for the 510. Thank you for the security blanket. Days Brady, thank you for the 65th. Do I think Morgan will be on the challenge? Maybe. I could see it. Jesse, thank you for the 23rd. Better to subscribe on Twitch or Patreon. I mean, ultimately, it's up to you. But if it's specifically you're asking for me, Patreon's the better place. Thank you for the $2. Are all pre-orders going to be signed? No, just the ones that say they're going to be signed. So the ones from the book Catapult, which you only have 2 days left to order from, or currently Eagle Eye has the book plate signatures. On the side, thank you for the $10. Thanks for spoiling me on Patreon. Only way I want to watch movies, especially one. Thank you, I appreciate it. D-Dog with 3,000 bits. Oh boy, thank you. Blake with $5. Big Brother wouldn't be the same without you. Watch you every day. Thank you. So a book plate is like a little, I think, like sticker-esque thing that I will sign and they will put in the book. Do I think Vince gets a callback to Big Brother? Honestly, I could see it. Will I continue the Amazing Race coverage? On Patreon for sure. Joro, thank you for the second month. On the podcast, so I did do a podcast for RHEP for the Amazing Race. The schedule is a bit hectic, but I will likely be checking in with Mike every once in a while. Bob, 8:32 start time now, so we're close. Real sassy thing with 300. Barnes and Noble are not signed, no. Which is when they're like, hey, we want more to sell at Barnes and Noble, but they can't do signed copies. I'm like, well, thank you. That sounds like an easy sell. A Tigrak, thank you for the $20. And Jazzy, thank you for the 10. Genuinely make summers fun for me. Your updates keep me laughing. So excited to read the book. See the name on the New York Times bestseller list. I would be great. Rebecca, thank you for the $2. We might end up doing some some events. We're still in the we're still talking through options with potential events for the book stuff. G, thank you for the $10 as well. CBS just kicked Jimmy off TikTok. What does that mean? I thought you were talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Took me a second. I was like, again? Just Mika, thank you for the $5. And Lauren, thank you for the 7th. We are closing in on the start of the finale. Let me start a prediction here. Commercial by 5. Let's call it 46. No, 47. Unfortunately, Patreon does not have the ability to interact with the predictions. That is a Twitch-only thing. So that is one thing that you get on Twitch that you can't get on Patreon is the predictions. But you can always just have a Twitch account and open that up and use it for that. feel like I just saw Esther with 5,000 bits. Caught the Big Brother bug in season 16, and RHAP quickly became part of the experience. 10 seasons later, thanks for keeping the joy alive, even when the game isn't so joyful. Thank you so much, Esther. If you switch to Patreon, what can you do with your channel points? Listen, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do with your channel points regardless at the moment, but have pride in them, you know? Think about how hard it was to get to that number. There is a chat on Patreon, yeah. Competence is confidence, yeah. Gina, thank you for the $20. Someday the channel points will mean something. We'll just have to figure out what it is exactly. The Taran Show shirt. Oh boy, what a callback. If I were an esthetician, what's the likelihood of final two is Morgan versus Ashley? I would say it's more than 50%. Because I think that Morgan is a favorite to win the comp, and I think she is very likely going to take Ashley. Gail, thank you for the $10. Wearing the pressure cooker shirt. All right. That's a good that's a classic. A unique one. Vidi. Hold on, let me pull this thing up again. Thank you for the 5 gifted.
Wow, a 5.
Appreciate that. Wiley with 5 as well. Gonna miss the morning updates. Thanks for making the show better to watch. Who do I want to win AFP? Will for me, but he hasn't a shot. I mean, I'm definitely rooting for Rachel there, but I think Keanu's got it locked up. Sarah, thank you for the 5, and Diva, thank you for the 5. Me and my 6-year-old watch you daily. And a shout out, Lucas. Yes, shout out Lucas. Thank you for watching. Starting very soon. All right, give me one moment. I'll be right back, and then the episode's going to be starting very, very shortly. All right. Thank you for the subscriptions, by the way. Bortlet, Emily, Ashley, the Joseph. Thank you. And oh, but Bortlet gifting 5.
Wow, a 5.
Thank you. Oh boy. Let's see. Let me switch to this. Yes. That's what Patreon's seeing. All right, I think we're just about ready for this episode. Move this over here. We will do a soundbite tournament at some point. Okay. Is global way ahead? I hope not. They can't really be, can they? Joy, thank you for the for becoming a robot over on YouTube. Because this is like proper live. It's not a pre-recorded show. All right, we're very close here. Not quite yet. Okay. I think this is it. Yeah, that's Vince's finale outfit. he didn't bring one. So he just picked. Ashley helped him pick. I think they probably both helped him pick. Like just one of his nicer things. Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought Ashley told him to wear a comp outfit, but I wasn't sure. Be kind. Thank you for the $5. Thank for all the work I do. Thank you. Some truth bombs. Dreamweaver, thank you for the 15th. Kim, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the book order. Orange, thank you, the 19th. Joan, thank you, the 5. I'm a fan of dressing up for finale, especially if it differentiates the way that you've looked before. It helps give like a this is me in a different with a different vibe. Monica, thank you for the 20. I feel like I'd do pretty well at this. I'm trying to look at their feet. They do seem to have little notches to lock their feet in, which makes it a lot easier. Obviously, still very physical. I don't think this has much to do with grip strength at all. I think your arms, I think your core. Down goes Ashley. So Morgan said that she was one tilt away from falling when she won this. That's what she said on the feeds. What was that? That was such an abrupt, like, cut to his fall. It was just so strange. Wow, that was fast. Is that his BB16 photo? Brooke, thank you for $5. That's just a weird one to use. We did get a commercial. Next prediction. Does someone say the word frankly in the next segment? This is not to be frank. This is frankly. Specifically, frankly. And it doesn't have to be Ava, but it can be Ava. Frankly, I will count. This is big. This jury segment, the round table. Obviously, we had a very, like, I would say, specific and tilted view of what the jury seemed to be thinking on Friday. So we'll see if that was accurate or if there's perhaps a little more to it. Obviously, the jury roundtable will also be not specific, not necessarily accurate. It might be a little bit misleading as well. But hopefully get a better read. Zing, thank you for the 25th. All right, we're back. Morgan's parents. It's so weird they're using that photo. Man, nothing from the jury prior to this. Yeah, this is super choppy. Rachel. Oh my god. Are you for real, Rachel? Will, you were supposed to keep that a secret. I hate them. I hate them all. I'm reminded at how much I hate this cast. Why would we expect the jury to be any better at understanding the game in the jury house than they were in the actual house? Oh boy. Did we get a frankly? I don't think I heard one. I don't think I heard a frankly. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of no's. Next prediction. Uh Do we complete part 2? Basically, like, do we get a winner? I can't believe Will told them about her being a lawyer. Like, she specifically asked him not to. She specifically told him, Will, hey, he probably wasn't listening. She told Will to tell Rachel to not tell anyone so that she could drop it in the speech. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know that that's the right move anyway. I think that there's a chance that letting people know ahead of time is the better call. But the problem is that she expects nobody to know. So she's going to, like, a huge part of her speech was designed as a reveal, and it's not going to work that way if they all know it already. Mark with $50. Thank you so much. Loving the Patreon subscription. You two people should do it. Gonna be sad not to be getting a live feed update tomorrow. Thank you so much, Mark, for the $50. Um, yeah, that was a pretty brutal segment. It was also, again, so strangely edited. I feel like that happens most seasons, I guess. I'm always disappointed by the roundtable, but thank you for the 1,000 bits. All right, we're back. Here we go. It's wild to me that, like, in an episode where Cody hosted the roundtable, he wasn't even the person from Big Brother 16 who got, like, the most screen time. So it's the puzzle with the instructions that screws them up. So Vinny crushes the physical part of this. And then apparently runs into like a brick wall on the puzzle portion. Imagine Will doing this, yeah. She can't reach it. Hippie, thank you for the $20. All right, here we go. Frankie's face. This was really meant to be such a gimme. Like Like they literally incorporated just a tiny. It's like they put like the cow goes moo puzzle at the end of their physical competition. Yikes. What a comp for the jury to not watch, right? You don't know that, Vince. Ashley, think of the $20. What? That was a weird applause. Maggie, thank you for the 500 bits. All right. We did complete part 2. The next prediction is who wins the final 3 HOH. Or let's just call it the final HOH. Is it Ashley or Morgan? I personally think... Amy, thank you for the $10. I personally think the best final 2 is Morgan and Ashley. I think they will have the most entertaining final 2 back and forth. I mean, granted, I think Morgan versus Vince would have been an entertaining back and forth, but like that's not happening. Probably. I think Morgan versus Ashley is very fun. If the jury's not going to vote for Ashley because she couldn't win final 3 HOH, I don't think the jury's voting for Ashley just because she could win the final 3 HOH. So I think if Ashley wants a shot to win, given what they were talking about in the jury roundtable, it might just be a situation where she either loses to both or wins against both. Hard to know. Because the problem is that like the jury has such a Rachel, let's maybe be real. Rachel seems to have such a skewed perspective of Vince's game that like if Ashley cuts Morgan, Rachel might interpret that as Ashley being manipulated by Vince into taking Vince. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of like backwards thinking that might occur. Laney, thank you for the 5 gifts.
Wow, a 5!
And Persephone, thank you for the 28 Canadian. You are big brother to so many of us fans. Thank you. And Shannon with $20. Thank you so much. Some of what I will say is some of the worst winners have been crowned via either an actual bitter jury or a jury that is so self-conscious about being bitter. Oh, we're back. That they go wild with it. Oh boy. Here we go. Man, the instructions take forever. It's true. No idea. God, did she plane 3? I don't know. It's B or C. They both said B. Joan, thank you for the $2. That feels unlikely. Oh, jeez. He did not play in the blockbuster that Amy played in the first week, right? It's got to be C. Oh my god. Oh my god. That might have just won it for Ashley. Oh man. If Vince beats Ashley though. Um, did she play in multiple? Did she play against the same person twice? I feel like she might have. Oh, geez. Oh my god, Ashley's winning. That's it. It's so hard to come back from a 2-0 or from a 2-point lead. Oh my god. They're really making me nervous here. I don't know. Feels like it could be A. She made 4 noms each time she was HOH. Morgan was about to change. She should have just changed. Just pick. Who cares? She knew the right one. What are you doing leaving it in there? She's choking, dude. It's over, I think. That's the biggest blowout I've ever seen at that competition. By a huge margin. Oh my God. All right, give me a sec. I'm going to be right back. Oh, wait, hold on. They're walking down. Wild. All right, give me a sec. Oh boy. I mean, all right, hold on. Ashley wins the final HOH. You can assume this is a gimme, but we'll do it. Who does Ashley evict? Morgan or Vince? This is who does she evict? Okay. The thing here is, we obviously saw that jury segment. The biggest critique of Ashley is she couldn't win competitions. She has, I would assume, enough fans, enough people that liked her on the jury, that you would at least have the conversation of, well, what could we do? Like, what could Ashley do to make us vote for her? And the answer has to be win the final HOH. The problem is, do they think that her cutting Morgan is the right move, or do they think that her cutting Vince is the right move, considering the nonsense they've been talking about? You would have to assume Morgan, but you just don't know, considering what we've seen Rachel talk about. On top of that, the lawyer reveal might fall flat to an audience that already knows that secret. And that is like the focal point of her speech, and her speech needs to be spot on. We're back. Ugh. This is the happiest I've seen Vince in days. She feels bad. Oh boy. Wild. I don't believe that. I don't believe anything Vince says. I wish all of this information could be conveyed to the jury. She's also on like no sleep. All right. Prediction is first person to ask a question. Is it Rachel, Will, Kelly, Lauren, Keanu, Ava, or Morgan? Okay. So for me, one of the biggest indicators I'm going to be looking for is going to happen when we come back from commercial. Obviously, questions will indicate certain things as well, and responses and all of that. The first big indicator I'm looking for is what are the reactions from the jury when Julie says Ashley won the final 3 HOH? That's huge. If we see something like Rachel and Will looking at each other, happy, excited, that's a huge sign. That's a very good sign. If we see something like Ava and Kelly looking at each other, excited, that's a huge sign. Now, obviously, if they then say she cut Morgan and all of their faces go slack, that will be a bad sign. If they just look bemused or just shocked, I'm gonna say that's not a great sign. Like, oh, wasn't expecting that. I wonder who she brought to the end to win against her. Like, or, oh no, Morgan lost? What? With no happiness for Ashley that she won? That, I think, is a negative sign. I do think that if Ashley lost this, it would go down. No, probably not for the casuals, but I do think it would go down as one of the bigger controversial wins. It honestly, like, unfortunately, for casuals, it'll probably be more controversial if Ashley wins. But for fans, for feeders, I think for the most part, this would go down as an incredibly controversial result if Vince were to win it, considering all that we've seen from both of them. Oh, not quite. Yeah, I think it'll be controversial no matter what. I think you're right. Shay, thank you for the $20. Man, long commercial. There's you think the 26th. I think the problem is if they decided they were definitely giving it to either Vince or Morgan at the round table, there's no shot that she can get 4 votes with her speech. It just doesn't work that way. The only chance she has is if they were willing to give her a shot. Like, hey, if she wins, then we would vote for her. If she wins and does this, then we would vote for her. All right, we're back. Don't like that she hopes it's Vince. Anybody but Ashley I like. Ah, she didn't even say Ashley won first. It's a lot of shock right now. Not a lot of excitement. Rachel seems a little excited. Come on. Tell him Ashley won. Rachel seems excited. I don't know if you could tell. Rachel will Ava. I feel like Rachel will Ava are with this. This outfit. Very bad start. Clawed some of it back in the middle. Not a great finish. You got this, Ashley. Come on. Crushed that. And the fact that Rachel was nodding to that, very good sign. Why is he so bad at this? Keanu nodding. Good. Good. Close. Close. Good. Good. Okay. Eating Ashley's lunch here. Or leftovers, I mean. How can you listen to these two and vote for him? It's wild. Congrats. Give the line. Let's go, dude. It's, yeah, you can do whatever you want. She gave him a layup. That's his strongest point. Oh, she gave him his strongest point. The problem is Ashley beat him to this answer. Kelly laughing, come on. Oh my god, he's floundering now. Oops, sorry, I muted it already. We just watched a slaughter, a massacre. She chopped him up and ate him and then spit him out again. And then drove over him with a bus. Oh, that was beautiful. I mean, okay. First of all, prediction. I believe Keanu was the first question asker. I mean, listen, at the very least, I hope that this jury segment, I hope that this questioning segment helps drill it into some of those people's heads that yes, Ashley played strategically and deserves this win. I hope this win. Um All right, we're going to do vote count. No, we're going to do who wins? Who wins? We haven't even finished the speeches. Who gives the speech, the first speech? Ashley or Vince? I feel like Rachel is locked for Ashley. I feel like Ava is locked for Ashley. I think Kelly seems locked for Ashley, but I don't know if I can ever count Kelly as like locked. I think Will is locked for Ashley, but I haven't seen as much excitement from him as I have like Ava and Rachel. It's not as obvious, but it should be. It should be locked in. But, you know, I think Keanu's there too. I don't know about Lauren, but I think she might be there. And honestly, I don't even know for sure where Morgan's going right now. I think her deciding who to ask a question to was akin to her deciding, like, she was like, I was originally going to ask a question to Vince, but I've changed my mind. Can I change my mind? That to me is her going, hold on, I might actually vote for Ashley. She did decide to ask Vince, and he gave their prepared answer. So she may still be a vote for Vince. She very likely is still a vote for Vince, but I think she is considering it, which is wild. So I would not be surprised if this is 6-1. I would not be surprised if it was 7-0. But absolute worst case scenario, I could see a world where it's like 4-3 Vince. If it were Keanu, Lauren, Morgan, it just feels very unlikely. I feel like she's got this. It's such a weird world where she doesn't. I mean, I don't want to like be overconfident here, but it just feels so solid. Now, again, they do have final speeches. Vince has not performed well so far, I will say. All right, we're back. Most of Vince's best answers were repeats of things Ashley said, which was so bad for him. Marl, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Wow, a 5.
Ashley is first. That's unfortunate. The mission thing. They already knew. Man, that shot of Vince is beautiful. Oh, I knew it was too long. I knew she had too long of a speech. That was good, though. That was great. Is he really going to explain the different kinds of comps he won? These are good points. Good points. I really wish Ashley had gone second. I think he did well there, for the most part. He didn't start super strong, but I do think he did well. I don't know if it's like doing well at the very end, you'd hope isn't enough, but that was good. He did very bad in the questions, which when you need to. So that's an Ashley vote. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. They're telling them. They're giving it away. Don't give it away, she says. Okay, I'm voting for the best social game. Give us nothing, Lauren. All right. I think that has to be Ashley. That's Ashley. I honestly don't know for sure where Morgan's gonna vote. It's probably Vince, but it honestly might be Ashley. I think if she was swayed, I think he probably won her back with the speech. The Ashley key is in her bag. Okay, so she definitely voted Vince. Okay. It's pretty hard for me to imagine a world where Vince got more than 2 votes. Rachel, Will, Ava, 1000% locked in for Ashley. Maybe you could say Kelly was making a statement about how Vince really had the better social game, but I really doubt it. Maybe you can say Keanu had come around so much on Vince that he was saying that what he said in the house pointed to Vince, but I really doubt it. John, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Wow, a 5.
All right, final prediction. Who wins Big Brother 27? Is it Ashley or Vince? I'm going to put 10 minutes on the clock. Because here's the thing. Everything Keanu said in the house was that he wasn't voting for Vince. So for him to say, I'm voting the way I said in the house, should be a pretty strong indication that he's voting for Ashley. Obviously, Kelly saying, I'm voting for the best social game should be a pretty strong indication that she's voting for Ashley. We already know more. Rachel and Will and Ava are all locked in. Will said it outright. Rachel made her feelings clear. there's no chance in hell Ava's talking about Vince when she says that somebody who believed in us. Lauren gave us nothing. Morgan, we know, I think, at this point, voted Vince. So the absolute worst case scenario, I think, that is even remotely possible is 4-3 Vince, but it just seems incredibly unlikely. I think 6-1 is very possible. I wouldn't be super shocked at 5-2 with Lauren, but I really think Ashley has 5. Oh man. Thank you for gifting 5 subs.
Wow, a 5.
Let me also thank, there's been some YouTube. Oh geez. Here we go. The chat's moving so fast, guys. I'm so sorry that I'm missing so many of these things. Let me see if I can. Ashley with $5. Thank you. Laura, Mark, Shay with 20, Steph, Bob, Kevin. You can tell how much Vince's mood dropped from so much from the beginning to the end of that jury questioning. Yep. Ashley again, thank you. King Caboose, worst jury performance ever. Maybe until the final speech. It was certainly very bad. Shelly, thank you. 95 Dobbs, thank you. Do we think Will was listening? Lady, why did Ashley tell she was a lawyer before the vote? That was her plan. She was going to tell people she was a lawyer to aid in the narrative that she was tricking them into thinking that she was dumb. They did already know it, but they all seemed relatively happy when she said it. They weren't like rolling their eyes. Austin, thank you for the $50. Thank you for all you did this season, Taran/Wani Vince. Thank you so much. Oh man, we are on the brink. We are on the verge of an unbelievable result this season that I really genuinely, like, just a couple of weeks ago thought was there's no shot that we'd have a good result this season. For so long, I thought there was no shot we'd have a good result this season, considering the journey we've been on. Ryder, thank you for the 5. We're back. We're back. Martha, thank you. Abby, thank you. Ashley raises her hand. He couldn't even say Morgan alone. I can't believe he said Morgan and Lauren. I mean, the reality is it was Lauren, not Morgan. You blaming this all on Morgan? I mean, she certainly did it. I'm sorry. Oh, they don't even know. Jeez, they still can't. They talked plenty about Vince. We still can't even talk about Ashley at all. We're not going to talk about Ashley being a lawyer, Ashley's game. We're going to talk about all of Vince's final twos. That's it? Really? Why do they hate her so much? not a lie. What are we doing? Frankie? You gonna say rewind week screwed him? Really? Really? Oh boy. Eric! I did notice the masks were different. I just figured it was budget reasons. Take it up with them. Next. First of all, genuinely not a single thing about Ashley in that whole pre-jury segment. Second, Eric Stein. I'm sorry. I'm easy. You put my friends in the show. I'm good. That was genuinely very cool, although I will say, still traumatizing to watch Eric be evicted. Listen, I can't be mad if the notion was twist screwed players, because Jesse genuinely was one of the most twist screwed players. Honestly, I'm just surprised they acknowledged it, and I'm even more surprised that they acknowledged how they screwed Eric over so much. I don't think they've ever done that in any way. The Frankie bit was a bit more of a reach. Certainly, you know, wasn't great, but he would have had to win out. And he was given the same competition that he already won. I mean, it definitely like you like it definitely works. Like you could definitely say Frankie got screwed by a twist. But I would not say it's at the same level as Jesse or Eric. But I think in concept it was fun. Yeah, and at this point, Rachel, I wouldn't say Rachel tops them all out. Necessarily, but she certainly comes close. Ariel, thank you for the 5. Gave a second chance to a player who won from a twist to the ultimate. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, here we go. I'm expecting Ashley. If we get a third Ashley, I think it's done. If we get a Vince instead for number 3, we're in trouble. Unless she starts with Morgan. She's starting with Morgan, so this is Vince. Ava should be Ashley. This should be a locked. Keanu's a big one. If we get Keanu, I think it's over. There it is. That's it. I think that's it. I think we're locked. Lauren too. 6-1. Let's go, dude. Wow, they almost missed the shot. Wow, dude. Wouldn't be Big Brother 26 without a lengthy hug segment. Sorry, 27. Ashley wins Big Brother 27. Next question, next prediction, perhaps the final one. Who wins America's favorite player? Is it Keanu? Is it Rachel? Is it Ava? Is it other, honestly, as far as I'm concerned? Wow. I mean, we knew it was coming basically when we saw. I mean, like I said, when we saw the reactions to Ava being there, that was big. Then when we started getting to some of the questions, it just started to become more and more of a done deal. Then we got their voting confessionals, and it felt basically locked in. Oh man, I'm so happy too because like so many people have been like, she's done nothing. She was carried. And they just haven't been willing to listen. They just haven't been willing to listen. They haven't been willing to watch. They haven't been willing to listen. And here it is, just crushing him. I mean, anybody watching those final two speeches with any amount of willingness to hear Ashley's case at all had to see just how much more prepared she was, how much more ownership she took over her game. I did just win the draft. Yes, I did also just win the draft. Yeah, with the number one pick. She was number one pick off the board, period, right? Was I first pick? I feel like I was. Number one pick off the board. Ashley. In an incredibly impressive social victory. Oh man, it's so good. I haven't been like paying attention to the stats, but let me just think for a moment. I think Dr. Will won with zero actual comp wins. I think Maggie won 2 or 3, maybe 2. We're back. Six one. Two other prizes. Oh. I don't remember who had Ashley. Taylor! Let's go! Me and Taylor. Man, we're just winning tonight. We're just winning tonight.
Queen's coming to get what's hers.
Will outvoted Ava. That's huge. I forgot about Will. It's gonna be Keanu. Yeah. Listen, you can't win them all. 50? I thought it was 75 now. No, I guess it's 50. Yeah. Yeah. Man, all the way until the end. What a journey. Oh boy. So Legally Blonde Patreon watch party soon. Listen, in honor of Ashley, we will make it happen. We will do a Legally Blonde watch party on Patreon. Maybe as research for Ashley's deep dive. Oh boy. Laura, thank you. I mean, I it really does. It reminds you of the journey in Big Brother 24 where it was like but different. Like this season was so up and down. It was so like all hope seems lost until out of nowhere magic results. Then all hope is lost. Out of nowhere magic results. I'm just so happy. Like we bemoan how frustrating these competitions are, because it really plays into the hands of competitors so often. And so getting to watch a player break through and take down a win, only 2 comp wins the entire season, and to get the respect of the jury and to absolutely crush it. Like I can't think of a better season to have been watching as I talk about the book that I wrote, because it is so genuinely everything that makes this show great. You know, and also terrible. Um One of the very first things I write about in the book is like, why do people care about this show? Like, why do people watch it? What draws people to it? What made me, as an 8-year-old boy, fall in love with a show that was so ridiculous and way too mature for me? And what made me stick with it for 25 years of my life? What made me dedicate my life and career to covering it? And through all of the lows, it's moments like this. It's moments where somebody who did not have an advantage coming in, who did not have the ability to win the competitions in the same way, who was able to overcome that deficit through other means, through their brain, through their mouth, by overcoming those odds and still coming away with a victory. Like, that is what this show is built on. It's built on it. And it doesn't always work, and it doesn't always have a happy ending, but sometimes it does. And those are the moments that you're reminded of why this show means so much to you, because it can give you hope just as much as it can crush your spirit. And it's the capability of doing both that makes it so thrilling and invigorating. So, man, don't know what else to say. Thank you all so much for being here. Of course, I've got a podcast to get to at some point soon. Um, but man, thank you to all of the patrons. You've all been here. Through the Patreon's been growing through the season, and I've so much appreciation for all of you. I'm genuinely astounded by the support, and I'm so excited to do more with it. The fact that it has given me the ability to think about a whole new avenue of creative outlets that I want to explore with all of you. So thank you all so much who are there, who are going there. Thank you so much to everyone who has ordered a copy of this book. Like I said, this season is sort of in a small little nutshell, an encapsulation of many of the things that are in it. So I hope that, I listen, I hope that it's actually a very good time to dive in into November. So I'm really so excited for you all to read it. And yeah, there's so much, there's so much that I want to be able to convey to you all. It's a show. It's a silly show. They play it in a parking lot. But I think for many of us, it represents so much more. And regardless of results, it's a really beautiful thing that we can all come together and experience this thing together. And I am so unbelievably lucky that so many of you want to do that with me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been quite the journey this season. A very difficult one. It's taken a lot out of me, but it has also rewarded me a lot. And every single one of you is a huge part of that. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the podcast tonight. And see you all around.